Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another Women's Champions League watch along. This time it is the second leg to the quarterfinals between Arsenal and Wolfsburg, this time at Wolfsburg respectively. And I'm buzzing for this. This is a big game. We already know who our opponents are because obviously yesterday two of the other games got played and one of them was going to be our potential semi-final opponents, which happened to be the favourites and holders at Barcelona. So a lot to play for in that sense. And obviously I'm going to say now, Liam will be joining us at some point during the stream. He's got a few bits and pieces to do, but he'll join us at some point and let me know to send him a link and I'll bring him in that way. Andrew was hoping to join us, but he's got other things that have got in the way and basically can't make it tonight, but he will be back over the weekend basically, so don't worry about that. Got John Wayne in the chat already. How you doing, John? Been a while since I've seen you. Hope you're keeping well. Try and get this camera so I can actually get Rocky's shirt in the background properly. Match worn, by the way. Match worn shirt from 89. Oh dear. But yeah, it's an anniversary of that today. Obviously the anniversary of Rocky today. So that's taken up most of my train of thought today in terms of the 21 years anniversary and all that. Even as a fan, doesn't get any easier because of the sort of person he was. Doesn't get any easier. The years go by, but here we are. Hopefully, the girls can go out there and get a win today and be a massive tribute to him. Obviously, being a Gooner and all that. For them to do that, it'll be fantastic. But yeah, now my train of thought is fully on this team. I'm going to get the team up on the screen. We're literally 6-7 minutes away from kickoff. So, right, said Fred, get the team lights on your screen line. That'd be fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, dear. Wait. You think I'll be more organised by now? About how long we're doing this YouTube and argument now? Not me. Oh, dear. If you're new to the channel, by the way, do subscribe, do smash that like button and all that. And if you want to become a member, it's $2.99 a month. All the perks are listed in below, including a lifetime discount code for all channel merchandise, basically. And there's a new line coming in the next couple of days as well. To add to the merchandise site, so keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that as well. Oh dear. Right. Now, obviously, the girls are wearing the home colours today, hence why I'm wearing this one out of the three. Will be today I'm fucking feeling bloated, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. And here we go again. Obviously, Beth Mead, to Spencer, so she couldn't make it tonight into match day squad, so there has been a slight tweak to last week, starting 11. Got in goals, Zinsberger again, back four, same as last week, Mavitz, Williamson, Ruben Moy, Steph Catley, midfield of Manham and Little, Vivian just in front of them, in between, and obviously in between of the midfield, them that pivot there, and the attack. Katie McCabe is taking up Beth Mead's spot in the starting 11, and on that side of the pitch, I mean. Black City's down the middle. Tobin Heath is coming in to start. He should have been on the bench last week because obviously last week it was McCabe, Stina, and Beth, but obviously Beth suspended, so slight tweak. Boom. And you got Williams, Cole, BT Boy, Victoria, Jordan Nobbs, Nikita Palace, and Caitlin Ford on the bench. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to take this down now and go and find my string quickly. No, guys, give me your score predictions actually, because it is second leg and there's a potential extra 30 minutes if it's still a draw after this, because there's no away goals either, not in the men's side of things. Give me your predictions. Who do you think is going to go through? And what do you think the score will be over the 90 minutes or potentially extra 30 minutes on top? aka 120. There we go. Hopefully this is it. That's right. There's one thing with fucking design. It's constantly Adidas adverts. And it's really pissing me off. I've got the whole bloody thing. Oh, and he's at WOLFSBURG's the men's stadium as well. Obviously, big up to Barcelona yesterday. The locals of Catalonia filling up the new camp yesterday for the El Clasico second leg in the Champions League quarterfinals. I mean, they've obviously marketing-wise, they've done their bit, but also got to add into the equation. It is an El Clasico. The Barca's women's team are basically the equivalent of the Barca men's team from like 6-7 years ago. Girls are just coming out on my screen. Fantastic. For potential, and as I said, the winner of this semi-final, of this quarterfinal, plays Barcelona in the semi-final. So potential meet-up again against fucking Barca. Yay! That's what we fucking need. Barca again, third and fourth time this year. Woo! Be up, it's kind of how you doing, evening and afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Oh dear, right. I need to send Liam the link. Just before kick off. Summit. Boom. Boom. And because I'm watching like on different chapter games because of one that's been a pain in the ass trying to get the internet to work on it. So yeah, we will be flicking back and forth. So Liam, if you do pop in, bear with me. Oh dear. I'm gonna go for a sneaky. I said it in the group chat. I mean, on one of the group chats on WhatsApp. I'm gonna go for a sneaky 1-0 win here. You know what? I'll take it. As long as I don't care how we do it, but as long as we get through, it'll be brilliant. They're going for a 4-4-2. WOLFSBURG, I mean, against us tonight. Jill Ward for Maguna sat on the right hand side of the right wing as well, part of that midfield four. Come on, girls. Come on. Can do this. Right, just going to flip the coin and all that malarkey. Decided just kicking off. And what half of the attacking, this, that, and the other. Oh, I think Kim won the toss. So cool. I think she's decided to swap ends. I don't know. Yeah, swap ends. She decided to swap ends. Won the toss and decided to swap ends. So where we were initially coming out, going on down to what would be our left, and now going on to the right. So attacking from right to left in the first half, then left to right in the second. And we're going for 5 at the back. Kate being Williamson and Ruben Moy. This is called the Dazan, by the way. Could be wrong. Was it? They line up and all that. We'll know more what the actual lineup is, like the formation wise, is for Arsenal. But Dazan, I assume it's a 5 at the back situation. I don't think it will be. I think it could be a normal 4 in the back line. Sorry. I'm getting it's been that long, John, since you've been in the chat. The last time I saw you in a chat, like proper discussion amongst us all, and you was involved in it. Well, I think it was one of the match of the day streams that I was doing, and I was just literally needed to shook it, so I was just nabbing on Haribo at the time. We got into discussion, the whole chat got into discussion of it. Haribo left all the fucking variants of Haribo, basically. How the packaging's changed, that as well, all that crap as well. Okay, yeah, I do rate cola bottles. Haribo cola bottles. Fucking love them. Particularly with no sugar on top. Just like the normal run-of-the-mill jelly cola bottle. Boom. Oh. Here we go. Just waiting. Got a lot of fucking fucking paper on the fucking bitch now. Green and white paper stuff on the fucking bitch. And are we off? We are. We're underway, I think. No? The commentator said we are, but I don't think we are because the way they're just. No. Ref ain't happy. The ref basically is delaying the kickoff. She wants all the confetti off the pitch. Fucking hell. And there's a lot of confetti. I'm just going to say it like that. So when they're playing keepy up, so not kick about with the ball basically. But the rest adamant we're not playing this game to let confetti's off the pitch. And as I say, there's a lot of confetti. There's more than one of them though, surely, otherwise we all day. Fucking hell. It's very windy here today, by the way. So if you do hear a bit of wind, so to say, coming through like little air holes, it's literally the wind. All right, can you guys hear me? Because I don't know what happened there. My laptop just went turned off. I think I'm. One sec. Need to put a charger. 1 sec, and we're back. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on there. So, oh, for God's sake. We are still waiting for kickoff, by the way. Bloody hell. You would have thought organisers ones at the club would have thought about this. There we go. Hopefully that's working. I don't know what's happened. Bring out the leaf blower. They've got one. They've only got one. That's the thing. They've got literally one leaf blower. Let's say leaf blower, it's a vacuum thing of sucking it all up. But the fucking sack is so small, so it's only going to get so much and go to empty it. Fucking hell. Trust Wolfsburg to fuck things up here then. You know what? For all this today, because it's the Germans' fault, give us a goal. Go ahead, start. Oh, here we go. We're taking the knee. We're still waiting. Fuck's sake. There we go. Now we're underway. Just a 6-minute delay to kick off, but we're underway. Second leg. We'll get the scoreboard sorted out for you guys. 1 second. I've got to do the ag scoring. There we go. Come on, you gunners. Let's not fuck about today. No mercy. Let me know you can hear me, guys, by the way. Make sure this fucking microphone's working. Last thing I need is me talking to myself. Sounds good. Yeah. Cool. Mr. Bungle, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well and looking after yourself. Oh, come on. Oh, Manham's down, for fuck's sake. After all this today, now Manham's down. Got something there, all right? What's it? Oh, to go back to the face. She's saying she's got a smack to the face. Okay. It's charging. Don't know why it weren't charging in the first place. Yeah, Miss Melina's in the Dazan Champions League group live chat, but she's not over here. Makes sense. Or any other channel, by the way, just in case I get accused of fucking being biased, all that crap. And here we go again. Not the greatest to start, so fucking 7 minute delay because of confetti's on the pitch. With not even just over a minute in, there's a coming together between Manham and the number 8 of WOLFSBURG. Oh yeah, heads collide, yeah. And she had Manham's her face went full in, the front of her face went full into the midfielder's side of her face, so it's got more impact. So I've got to make sure she's okay, no sort of concussion and all that crap. They're underway again. Here we go on the attack. Katie, that was lazy. You need to calm down with the passing, just relax. Well blocked. Cool, Mr. Mungo, cool. Oh dear. Maybe keeping well, my friend, and obviously international break-wise, hope you've had a good rest, and now you're ready for the final run-in that's coming for the men's game in terms of the Premier League for us. Between now, we've got 10 games now, but it is now we are officially this weekend in the end game of the season, so that's going to be interesting. Obviously, we've got, as Arsenal fans, we've got to wait till Monday for our team to get underway. It could be interesting considering Leicester got United. Leicester got United on Saturday, so that'd be interesting. Hopefully, Leicester can do us a favour. And Tottenham host Newcastle on Sunday. which could potentially mean for these 24 hours, Tottenham could be level on points with us, but have a bet because they've got a slightly better goal difference. They'll go into fourth. So I'm not down for, by the way. So Newcastle, you better fucking turn up. Since Tottenham have opened this stadium up, Newcastle have done well at this place. I think it's a win and a draw respectively. Really given Tottenham a run for their money in both games respectively, league-wise, at the shithole. So they better turn up on fucking Sunday and do us a favour there, because they're not exactly 100% safe, even though they are safe in terms of the worst teams in the league now, performance-wise. They're still mathematically they're not safe. Salzburg, wake up! Please wake up! Don't do that again. Please don't. So yeah, imagine both games there. I just mentioned Leicester and United, may not be Leicester, sorry, and Tottenham versus Newcastle. Both games go in Arsenal's favour result-wise, and then we go to play on Monday night, and hopefully we get our result that we need. Again, start building a bit of a then we can start building a bit of breathing space there between us and them lot. I am hearing, by the way, that they are getting ready to announce the North London derby is going to take place between the Newcastle and Everton game. So that last week of the season, it's getting slotted in midweek, because they are hoping it is going to be a do or die, winner takes all for Champions League game. And you know what? They do that. Go ahead and do this now. I'm praying that we get wrapped up. If not get it wrapped up, at least Tottenham mathematically can't catch us. And I'll just piss myself off and be like, okay, just another North London derby, really, then. And all we got to do is get a draw, and that's it. That cements it. That'd be fucking brilliant. Well, hey. The worst thing, looking at the fixtures, the worst thing for Arsenal is if it goes down to the last game of the season, and Everton, if relegation isn't being settled, and Everton are still in with a shout of being relegated, and we haven't wrapped up Champions League spot, I don't want that stress at the end of that day. No. Get it wrapped up. If Everton still get relegated, that's so be it. I'm just caring about Arsenal here. Start trying to eat my dinner. As soon as I put the food in my mouth, I have to stop having to watch. I'm having fish and chips, by the way. Homemade, obviously. Obviously, going to share. WOLFSBURG on the attack here. Oh, well done, Steph. Well done, Steph. Completely. We started off a bit like complete contrast to last week, actually, think about it. Literally just, we went at them last week, left, right, and centre. Now it's just like, we're inviting the pressure, like, come on, bring it on, sort of thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Short at Jill as well. Jill, after the poor game she had last week, former gunner Jill Ward had scored against Arsenal with that piece. That's a scrappy goal. Where's the defending? What was Ensberger doing as well? Fucking hell. Right, here we go. Coming from behind again. Here we go. Oh, please don't do this to me now. I believe there is VAR in this, by the way, so but I don't think there's nothing wrong with the goal from what I could see. It had to be her, didn't it? What was that defending? I'm saying, what was that defending? The goalkeeper, everything was wrong with that. So much was wrong in conceding that goal there. They're checking something, wasn't it? What are they checking? What are they checking? Are they checking for handball or foul? What? I don't know what they're checking.
I think they'll just maybe checking for use of a hand somewhere, but definitely nothing.
The game's continuing anyway. Whilst it's being checked, whilst it was still being checked, they kicked off at the restart anyway. So, fuck, I'm sorry, that was poor. Poor defending. That's disappointing. As I said, literally, complete contrast to how we started and played last week. Last week, in their faces, going for it, and now it's just like the complete contrast. It's sort of we're sitting back, worried about getting done over there. Showing them too much respect. Go, pass the fucking ball, Tobin. I won't mind if we get battered today. The worst thing happens tonight in this game. It doesn't bode well, and us trying to convince Vivian to stay beyond the summer. That's all I'm saying. I try they score for this, I'm gonna be pissed off. I swear to God. Hello, my wig is electric. How you doing? I hope you've enjoyed the international break as well. I hope you can hear me. My mic keeps turning itself off. It's pissing me off now. And I'm getting done over on fucking YouTube. Yeah. Refresh, fuck it. And I've got a shitty fucking impossible. No story's not impossible. I gotta do the money yet, mate. Buffing needs to piss off. Got no sound. Been fantastic. Fantastic. Oh dear. I'm bored and scared you off already, you guys. If he's moaning already. No, I want us to get to the semi-final. I want us to actually try in this game. I think I'll have to do too much. Oh, this buffing is pissing me off. YouTube, sort your channel out. I swear, if my Wi-Fi's going to play up now, I'm going to be pissed. Why is it every time I go live, every time something goes wrong. I'm not overcutting that. Yeah, promise. What a design you mentioned me. Can't even watch the game now. Fantastic. I'll get the phone. But another fucking pen. I can watch it on the phone, but I can't watch it on my computer screen. I've got flippers everywhere. Fantastic. Right, Raisins, have we got how you doing? It says hi, Ryan, still all to play for you. We could come back from this community bad. We can. It's just that we've started off really poor in this game so far. First 16, 17 minutes, we've started really badly compared to last week. Hope you're keeping well anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake. I was flagged on about the VAR check now. It's been flagged.
My story is not impossible because
No, because you have money now. Piss off. Yeah, I don't think it's been given. Again, poor defending. Why is this coming from today?
You need to look at that one a couple of times.
We're getting the rulers out. The video assistant referee.
I swear, they give this.
It's a good finish in the end as well because she just makes sure that the ball's drilled low and hard across the goalkeeper.
They give this, or the girls will give up completely.
She didn't have much time to think about it.
I bet they're checking a long time here. They're going to give this. I know they are.
Well, it could go from bad to
Had
worse
to
if
put in
this
that,
goal
didn't she?
stands. For Jonas Edeval, it is a bit of an agonising wait, isn't it? Especially for Tabia Basford, who is a player who got the ball into the back of the net. It's definitely close because it's taken a considerable amount of time for VAR to check this.
They're going to give it. No, they are.
A little worry for Arsenal here.
Even the commentator's saying it's taking too long. They're going to give it. Don't give this under the side first goal.
Alma Schultz just making sure she keeps herself warm. She's not had too much to do so far. It's been a very bright start.
I think obviously because I'm watching the chat and the other tabby, obviously.
And Arsenal really have been put
Does
under
that?
a lot of pressure.
And people are saying it's offside. Why is it taking so long? Da, 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 da.
Agonising. Yeah.
People are actually getting pissed off that they know it's
This is
a
an
clear offside
incredibly
back
long
in.
time
It's like they're finding a way to sort of get around it.
for the decision. And in the end,
After all that, no goal.
doesn't stand.
Thank God for that. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So it's way offside.
I think he gets it right. Not sure Wide
Why did that take so long?
But anyway, away we go again.
Well, that's what happens when you don't pass the ball, Katie.
Wolfsburg coming forward again with who to get the ball.
Actually pass the ball, might, your teammate might actually get the
Right
free
up the field
kick.
looking for Tabia Basmut, but it went straight to the feet of Zinsberger.
I think they're playing a fucking fight at back where it looks good, so that's concerning. When we're on the ball.
Wiedemar just got clipped there by Catherine Hendrich.
A little bit of a nervous wait for Arsenal there. And VAR. In particular, I think it's maybe going to help them slightly. Just broke the game up, gave them a little chance for breather to maybe just get their minds right on this, because it's not been a good start at all.
Oh, can we get... Why is Kim so fucking big? This is about poor we're playing. We're giving the ball away.
Getting it into the area. Svenja Hood couldn't get anything on there.
What is
and it's
going on
Tobin to
tonight?
clear this away for
Is it a
Arsenal.
nerves thing or something?
Blackstenius.
Oh, Moritz, for
John's
fuck's
done
sake.
really well to get back and defend for her team.
No, it made it easier when fucking Moritz couldn't make a mind up to go down the outside
It's
cut
going
in.
forward was fouled by Barnum. Friedemann was one of the two changes for Jonas Edeval. Barnum coming in for Leah Volti, who's not in goal. Well, there is the offside. It looks not too difficult to see that's offside. So I wonder
close.
what the delay was.
Yeah, it was close, but
With no
I think once you've seen that 2 or 3 times, you can make that decision.
Williamson. The ball was bobbling up and down the pitch.
Williamson, get back.
Rudolph goes down holding a leg, but here's Jon Stottit.
Support your teammates, get back.
Skillfully getting past.
Well done,
Couple of
Ruben.
the red shirts that were in a way was looking to get that ball into the area for Svenja Hood. Couldn't quite find her though. Ball lands the feet of Marnham. Zinsberg with a kick to find Wiedemar. Now Little.
That's the worst pass to make.
She got the ball. Most players say that.
Oh dear. Right.
There's been 1 or 2 late tackles and tackles with poor judgment, but nothing with real malice. I don't think it'll do Arsenal any harm.
So when
break
we're
up
on the
a game
ball,
like that.
well, currently off the moment, when we're on the ball, especially,
Hendrich.
we need to just calm down, relax,
Films.
mess about the ball a bit. In terms, when I say mess about the ball, literally just pass it back and forth, get a bit of, get our foot on the ball and take control of this game in that sense. Don't overthink it, don't overstress about it, just take your time, relax.
Suspended, can't be involved today also because she collected a couple of yellow cards too along the competition.
She's going to be a big miss. Well, so dynamic. Really use her in a game like this.
I hope you don't let other things come in. Fuck that stuff. That front stage of the WSL, by the way.
Marnham.
Foul.
Cave went down, but the referee didn't give anything. It was right in front of the view of the referee.
Literally, the
too.
biggest foul ever you've ever seen this game.
Back to Albert Schultz. The only mother in the Bundesliga. Although to two twins. Little.
That's it. Not backwards, not good. You're inviting. This is what I'm saying. Start playing on inviting the pressure and overthinking things and
Arsenal just
taking more
haven't
time than
really
they should
been
need
able
to
to
take.
find a rhythm in this game yet, have they?
And then is this a guy? And then literally,
Wolfsburg are
Wolfsburg players are going, okay,
close down
boom,
quickly,
thank you very much.
and when they're in possession, they're able to keep it for longer. But they're just settling a little bit more now.
You took the ball down and just gave it away.
Keep the ball
Put
better.
it back because I gave it away back. But how is that not a foul? Just fucking set Kim flying.
Again, there, the home side just making sure that they're unable to get into rhythm, and certainly a player like Little don't want to give her too much time on the ball.
The boy through to Blackstenius.
Give the ball away again.
This will be a ball
It's
for
complete
Glasgow to try
contrast
and
to
chase
last
down,
week.
but Leah Williamson is there first. Little to
Oh, man.
Cadley and Tobin Heath need to get their team out of danger.
Again, good pressing from the home side. They get no time on the ball at all, Arsenal.
Films to Latvine. And like to get that ball into the mix again.
Well, seriously.
The
Pass it.
pass picked up by Marner. Now Arsenal will try
Run
and
with the
come
ball,
forward.
run. No, not. I'm cutting side and let the pressure back in.
Williamson to Miedemar, and it wasn't the touch that she was looking for, Viviana Miedemar.
It's a number of times now, though, Blackstenius has come short into a pocket to take the ball, take possession. When
There's everyone doing in the chat, we've all gone very quiet and very concerned.
try and stretch Wolfsburg in behind.
Done
Allow the
something
midfield
upset
players to
you
go
all,
and try and
basically.
take the ball and then get the timing of our runs right. I don't think Arsenal want to see her go deeper.
Forward. Back to Oberdorf. Now Latvine. Here's Jonsdottir. Jonsdottir is allowed to keep going, unable to get a shot away. It came off the feet of Williamson and will be
I
a
don't know what
Wolfsburg
the
corner.
the second leg
Talented
have
young
come out.
player, loves to run at
The
the
biggest
opposition
nerves.
defenders.
It's like the away goal ball team
High
place basically, and they sort of shut themselves in. Oh, away goal, we need to protect it. We need to protect it. And that's now they're shut the bed.
Road with the
It was a
depth
poor goal
finish.
to give away. I don't care what anyone says.
knows where the goal is, is aware of our surroundings and deserved the lead. Wolfsburg.
Corner comes in, headed away by Miedemar.
How Wolfsburg started this
Now
game,
to
put it this way.
Wills.
How Wolfsburg started in terms of how they're playing, like, when they get the foot of the ball and all that,
Okay,
is how we were playing
to
last
head
week
that
at the
away.
end. And how they're playing that, how they're playing last week is how we're playing today so far.
Was allowed to shoot,
Oh,
and
for
she's
God's
asking for a handball
sake.
in the area in the end. Jonsdottir didn't
Wake
get a
up!
shot
Look at
away.
your surroundings.
Couldn't find the target.
Stop overdoing things and overthinking things and making stupid
We'll have to
mistakes.
have a close look at this. But it wasn't in the penalty area
It
regardless.
was what is she to do? Arms in a natural
Definitely hits the
position.
hand, it goes through the legs and just, there's nothing
It's a
you should do
ricochet.
about
For
that.
fuck's sake, piss off. No, look for fucking
No way
something
of
that ain't
knowing
there.
what you've seen them given, haven't you? So difficult for defenders nowadays. But to do that defensive job, go 1v1 and make sure their arms are in natural position by their sides. It's so difficult.
Right. Do you think we'll win the league? We're on about Arsenal, the Arsenal win, yeah. I still do think we've got the easier run. We've got Leicester. I think we've got Leicester this week. In the Arsenal women, we've got Leicester this week on Sunday. Everton, women's team, or no better than the men's team, put it that way. And then we've got West Ham, the North London derby at some point at home, and Villa, or Villa West Ham. But that's all. Basically, that's the games you've got to play. Whereas Chelsea, even though they're current, because they're fucking the top side last week in terms of fucking COVID. Chelsea have got literally got Tottenham home and away in the last knockers of the season now. Literally the last knockers, they've got to play home and away. We'll go for Champions League, and they're going for Champions League spots. So at least one of them games will take points. And then in the last game of the season, Chelsea got to go to Man United. And again, Man United needs to go for Champions League spot. If they ain't get it by then, and there's a chance that Man United got a point or win to go into Champions League, they could drop points there as well. Whereas we got rid of West Ham last game of the season. Literally, our only tough game we've got is a game in hand against Tottenham, and we're at home. And since they've been brought into the WSL in the last few years, we've smashed them at home. We've smashed them at home every time. So yeah, Chelsea literally have to win every single game to make sure we don't win the WSL. We just have to win.
Such technique.
They have to win every game. The pressure's more on. Pressure's more on them because they did the defending champions.
See how much she wants it.
In that sense, and they got the experience of being in and around it. Compared to the bulk of our school that haven't been in the situation before. There's only a handful of players that were around when we last won the WSL a few years back. So yeah, even though we've got the easier fixtures, that's the reason why the pressure's on them. I don't care what anyone says, because they'll be expected to do something. I think they will drop points. I guarantee they're going to drop points in at least one of them 3 games I've mentioned in their running. Whereas I don't think we will. I don't think we will drop any points. If I'm being brutally honest. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And he's giving it away. Let me give it away again because we can't fucking get up on one of our feet. Yay! And whilst I've been talking, it's suddenly out of nowhere. Again, it's only in England, but I could live in England. But anyone that doesn't know the news channel, only in England can there be snow in the spring. Then get rid of it. And a little sprinkle earlier, and then we did a fucking just a shower of fucking snow. Don't end exactly like this. It's coming down left, right, and centre. Whilst I was talking there about fucking Chelsea and potentially dropping points. Only in England would you get snow in the spring. We had nice hot weather last week, literally 7 days ago. First order today, it's cold and snowy. And windy. A bit rainy. He needs to play. We get into this at half time the way it is. Jonas, sorry, I'm fucking going blank there. Jonas has to play to get to this as it is at half time. We can't make any sort of mistakes that put us in this position. Make this worse off. Get them in, calm them down, rally the troops, and we have to come out again and go again, sort of thing. We have to get out of the way. Easy. What about this? Another one. If we win the league, does Miedema stay? Good question, actually. I don't. Again, in terms of, because there has been a lot of chat in the last couple of days about her talking to other clubs and this, that, and the other. It's just papers fucking the media trying to fucking call them out down. Scott, one of the media outlets being Sky, that has a betting company, isn't it? Fuck's sake. That a betting company, sorry. They're going to want people to go, okay, we'll be into this club or that club because they make money out of it. But anyway, back to your question. If we win the league, I think if we win the league in the FA Cup, it's a lot easier if we don't get battered. Worst case, we go out tonight, yeah? If it's like a 1-0 on the night, 2 on an aggregate against the WOLFSBURG, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just depending on how we recover now. And as I say, we win the WSL. I think if we win the WSL and the FA Cup, we win that first year back in Champions League, quarter-finals, 1 goal out from being in the potential semi-final against the best team in Europe again. Third and fourth time this season, by the way. We had to play Barcelona in the group stage, if you remember rightly. I think there's a lot of reason why she should stay at Arsenal. And I think obviously what would help cement that is if obviously not getting absolutely walloped either tonight, or if we do get through tonight in the semi-final against Barca and win the WSL and the FA Cup. If we can do that, I honestly think that'll be enough for her to be convinced that the club's going in the right direction, and that she will then put pen to paper and stay on for at least another year or two. Especially this new role that Giannis has found for her. So, because we've all seen a Blackstenius in there as a new striker yet, and to sort of keep both players happy, he's created a role within the formation he likes to play in, where Vivian would still play as a sort of centre forward / striker, so she can sort of really still have an involvement in the game. Basically, she's come out recently after winning the Man United game. We drew 1-1 in the WSL League game about a month or so ago. That she actually resigned. She actually liked playing that position, liked this new position that's found for her. I mean, looking at that game, that assist from Vivian for Betsini's goal. So yeah, I think she will. I honestly think if we win the WSL and the FA Cup, she stays 100%. We've got to a quarter-final, and also we've got to a quarter-final in our first season back in the Champions League. With of all the English teams, City got beaten and qualified for the Champions League properly. They failed at the first hurdle in terms of qualifying. We qualified, got through our group stage, and got to a cup. Obviously, playing quarter-final second leg against one of the favourites and recent former champions. We won it back in 2007 this tournament. But either way, you know what I'm saying. Whereas Chelsea, who were in the final last year, got absolutely destroyed by Juventus and Wolfsburg respectively in the group stages and got knocked out. And then all Chelsea fans going, Emma Hayes, world-class manager. Well, if he's such a world-class manager, where the hell was the response for a Chelsea team after losing the final embarrassingly last season? Where's the response to come back and go one step further this year? So in that sense, there's been we're the furthest English team to go with the words out today. We're the best performing English team in this tournament this season. We've got the furthest out of all English teams by a mile. We've been up till up till the weekend just gone, that's only because our game got called off. We've been top of the league from day one as well. A few hiccups here, a literal couple hiccups. So that's the only reason why Chelsea are still in with a chance of winning this WSL. Otherwise, this could be on the verge of being wrapped up in the next few weeks, 2-3 games. Colonel's in the chat. They got Colonel, we've got Andrew as well. Says he's on the lamp in a second because the see it's getting dark. Hi everyone. Hi Ryan. We are living very dangerously, very sloppy at times. Yep. I mean that's been a consistent thing since the whistle's gone. Like, I don't know if you know Andrew. I don't know if he was watching something. It was like a 7-minute delay because of confetti on the pitch. I'll get to your question in a minute, by the way. One of the next comment on it. So. Would you rather Arsenal win the league or the men get top 4? I want both. I'm greedy. I'm ambitious and I'm greedy. I want the best of both. I want the best of both my teams. Well, all the teams at Arsenal. The Arsenal senior team, Arsenal men's senior, the Arsenal women's senior team, the academy women's team, the academy youth men's boys teams. I want the best of all of them. So they can't really give me that choice. I can't decide. Can't do that to me. Come on. Whilst that's doing that, we'll put it over there. We need to get to half time. Worst case, we need to get to half time as it is.
Just their second Champions League appearance.
Whilst that's doing that,
I'm
I'm going to
the Dutch international, only 21 years old.
Yeah,
She's
Char-
been
I don't know what happened earlier. The charger, the MacBook charger was in, on, and then the light was indicating it was on. For some reason, the battery dropped to 88. It decided to piss me off, basically. I turned itself on and off again.
Another player that played against their former club, signed for WOLFSBURG from Arsenal back in 2019.
Oh dear.
Arnold with a header over to find Heath, but now got a touch in there, be another throw for Arsenal. Zinsberger.
Wouldn't surprise me, Karen. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
To be careful there because Varsvik was putting the pressure on, but now Arsenal looking to get away.
Come on.
Here's Wiedemann. Finds McCabe. McCabe looking to get that delivery.
Go on. Keep it fluffed out. How's that a foul?
In the end, the flag was on, but Blackstenius
I was
was in
going
a
to say.
dangerous position to get on the end of
You're
that.
looking like cool either way, but I don't think it was offside. Blackstenius wasn't offside, but okay. Right. Oh, talk about that. It's now we've gone from snow into rain. Yay. Go on.
Hold it up.
Ah, yeah.
He's holding out strong, and she's done really well there.
It's cold on Gibraltar. I don't know what's going on. It's the fucking ball.
See that she's desperately trying to get in the game. Just over the last 3 or 4 minutes, though, she's been in possession.
Oh my god.
It's like a deeper possession.
Oh, this will be different for you, because you live up in the middle of England, how we say, the Midlands, up by Villa. So it's probably different for you, but it's now not just raining. We've got actual proper big chunks of snow as well mixed in. Only in England in the springtime.
The second most tackles out of all of the clubs. Just a break-up play in midfield.
Please get a foot on the ball, for God's sake. Just relax things here. Or just pass the ball into the player's head and give it away.
Rasmus with the ball back to Hoods. Now Rasmus is making a run forward. Hoods back to Films.
2 minutes injury time's been added on. I don't know why.
In the first half.
Probably enough stoppages for that to happen, apart from the fucking checking of an offside goal.
Felt like that
It took
VAR
20
decision went on
years for some
longer than 2
reason.
minutes.
Yeah, it did feel like it.
Perhaps feels like time's going a lot slower when you're waiting for a decision, doesn't it?
At least they got it right at the end. We know what she can do as a striker, scoring goals. She loves doing that, but she works so hard. She really does.
Oh, we're going to waste time into the first half, seriously?
Well, it looks like that line is asking to be replaced. She was holding a leg. Well, it will be Alex Pop to place Ladvine. If we do end up making the substitution, it seemed pretty clear when she did go down, because Jill Ward immediately signalled, didn't she, to the manager and the rest of the WOLFSBURG staff.
Like everyone says, at half time, you get someone on that pitch and do the rest of that confetti.
WOLFSBURG pressure in this opening half. They haven't really been able to play the game that they wanted to play. Arsenal WOLFSBURG have controlled most of it.
Every time we get, because the comeback has gone back to the tempo, the tempo of the game's been all Wolfsburg. We've allowed it. We're showing Wolfsburg too much respect as the home team. Compared to last week, we've got in their faces and actually gave them a fucking run for their money. Every time we do get off on the ball, suddenly, it's like a deer in headlights. Like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. You have the ball.
Priestley made a return to WOLFSBURG after a really long time out with injury. She started the game against Arsenal in the first leg. Back in London, she was named on the bench this afternoon.
So we're well past the 2 minutes injuries on, by the way.
Sees her come on in the
A good minute of that was taken up by
first half.
an unneeded sub. So I'll see if we actually get extra time. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Stenius.
Again, good pressing from the home side. They've managed to keep that tempo continually high. That's why Arsenal find themselves in just difficult positions constantly. Every time they take a touch, there's a green jersey next to them to put a tackle in. It's so difficult when you get as little time as they
There we go,
have.
half time. Van der Vaart asking a Mercedes-Benz logo. As Andrew says, it's a peace symbol. And as it gets half time, I am joined by Leon with me in a second. So, can't stand out. This is the crappy advert crap. Right, Leon?
Sorry, mate, just got in.
Yeah, no worries, it's fine. Oh, they ain't missed much, trust me. Losing 1-0, being
At least it's only 1-0.
yeah, I suppose.
Always think of the positives.
Yeah, I think of the positives. He needs to get that team in and basically give them a right bollocking and get their head out there. Get them to get their head up there. I want to see the Arsenal from last week, not this Arsenal. Okay, literally a complete contrast. I can say that the whole stream, like how Wolfsburg are playing tonight so far is how we were playing for the entire 90 minutes last week, bar a few minutes in the first half, and then how Wolfsburg were playing. Wolfsburg played last week because they were playing this week.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it up.
Are you surprised?
It is what it is.
To be honest, yeah, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this earlier on. We haven't played well for a long time, really, have we? Like, I haven't seen a game in a long, long time. I thought, you know what, we're back to how we was playing before Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. We usually get the results anyway, nine times out of 10. Because we just get a bit extra. It just seems that, I don't know, it is what it is, though. In terms of WSL, it gets us over. We get over the line and win that. I don't care.
Jesus, they've had 11 shots to our 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how much of the contrast compared to last week it's been.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You've got Nikita Paris on the bench.
Mate.
Super subs. Oh dear, yeah.
So I'm trying to sort out some sound in here.
You know what it is.
I wonder if I can Bluetooth my earphones.
You know what it is. Yeah. Don't forget, we've got Nikita to come on, so see you say today. Andrew's saying he agreed. Liam was I agreed with Liam. I'm not sure. He hasn't been sure, but he said that a while ago.
Yeah. We haven't. I can't remember last time. Last time I can remember us playing really, really well in the game, right? That I thought, that was West Ham at home.
Yeah. What 5-0 was it as well? 4 or 5-0.
4-0, wasn't it? We battered them, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's because of the level of the opponent, but since then, mate, they don't seem to be their free-flowing self.
No. I mean, look at the FA Cup as well. Look at the opposition we've had, like level-wise. We had, London City in the first round of the FA Cup for this season. Scraped through that 1-0. Was it 1-0? Yeah, scraped through that 1-0. Second, the next round is Liverpool, who are in the Championship, the WSL, the W Women's Football, whatever. And we won that event. We went 1-0 down in that game as well, actually. And we won that 3-1 in the end. I think the car sort of shone through on that side of things. I don't know we got that one. And then Coventry United the other night. We won 4-0. The scoreline flattered us in one sense because we wasn't, as you say, all swashbuckling, all conquering Arsenal we've come to know recently.
Yeah.
Initially, I put it down to maybe it was the nerves. Once we got all our players back, maybe it's down to nerves that some of the players haven't been in this situation in terms of going for the title and all that. But yeah, it is concerning now that we can turn up in one game, and then the following week, we've got no excuse either because we had the weekend off, so we've got plenty of time to prepare for this compared to WOLFSBURG. And we're playing like we're fatigued. Every time we get the ball, it's like, oh no, I don't want it, you have it. And they're overthinking it and overdoing it and making mistakes. Because it invites the pressure on.
Are you sure on him?
If I'm starting to have doubts. I've got to now you think about it. You sit back now. We're thinking about it now. Talk about it.
Yeah.
You've got to have doubts, serious doubts. I think there's proper serious doubts will come in if Chelsea and Emma Hayes win the WSL after dominating the entire being top for the most of the season. For them to just take over the last hurdle, that will be concerning.
Yeah. I've got something noisy next to me, so I'll put these in.
What sounds going to do?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Barely.
That
might be why. That might be good. The microphone is all way.
Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Good stuff. Modern technology.
Oh dear. You looking forward to Monday night?
Yeah, mate. Oh, I can't wait to be sitting there shitting myself in the 90th minute.
Oh, Vieira. You know, it's Vieira as well. So,
Well, they've got a few injuries, though, haven't they?
yeah, no Zaha. He
No.
missed the Ivory Coast, the England game. It's Ivory Coast.
I think Elise's out as well, isn't he? So
Yeah, I heard about that as well. So positives, hopefully.
they are, but they had no Saha last time, mate, and Edouard scored. And as I said yesterday,
that
like
was, it was just poor defending that game. We had
Ben-
we were carrying Aubameyang for most of the game.
Benteke gets his customary goal against us. He don't score against absolutely anyone else.
Well, apparently, I don't know if you know, the press conference was today, and Tommy Asu there's a good chance he could be involved on Monday night. Apparently, according to Arteta,
Good stuff.
Ramsdale is up in the air. It's still not yes or no yet. He needs to do a couple more. He needs to actually assess him tomorrow and Saturday to know for definite.
I don't think that's going to matter either way, though, is it really? Like we've got a good.
Update everyone on what's gone on, what's been said.
Yeah.
Saka is absolutely fine, apparently. Shock over there. What a surprise. Like I didn't call that before. Just saying. But anyone that doesn't know, obviously, when Saka got the positive COVID test, I was relieved, and I thought, I actually genuinely thought it was just a way of getting him back at Arsenal so he doesn't get an injury. Because he would have been a target for he was against Switzerland and then Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast are poor. I watched that game, I was like, I don't fall asleep. The Pepe we saw against England was Pepe we've seen on a week-to-week basis. Not the Ivory Coast Pepe. Oh,
Must be England.
Yeah, it's something in the air. The English air brings the worst in it.
And we also see the Tottenham Iore. What is it?
Oh, yeah. Football's coming. For any Italian fans out there, by the way, football's coming to Rome. Dickheads. Oh dear. Fans getting knocked out, with all due respect, at home to North Macedonia, and you're meant to be the European champions as well. Not even a year.
Strange one, that, isn't it? Strange one.
You watching the draw tomorrow?
Yeah.
5 o'clock. I might do a stream for that, so if you're around, let me know.
What time is it? 5 o'clock?
That's what it's saying on Sky earlier, yeah.
Yeah. Be a good draw, that.
We're pot one, so we've avoided the likes of Belgium and France at least.
Well, we should be all right, shouldn't we? Like, when you see the squad we've got now,
yeah,
and you see the players that played on Tuesday night, and then you look at the players who weren't even in the squad that are either injured or whatever, like England are in a really, really good situation now, aren't they? Like so good.
Yeah, look, actually solid. Got actual
everywhere, mate. Like Jude Bellingham. What a player he's going to be.
I put a tweet out the other night after the Ivory Coast game. I put a tweet out. Sign for Arsenal, please sign up,
mate.
Don't let that slip.
Yeah. Mate, I've said that, I've said that for the last 2 months, mate.
Yeah.
Like, if we was looking to get a player who'd fit our mould at the moment, Jude Bellingham would be that man for the number 8 role.
And again, imagine the midfield trio: Partey, Bellingham, and Odegaard next season.
Saka and Martinelli, Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Make it happen. If anyone tells me they wouldn't want Jude Bellingham, mate, I'd pay the money for Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. Because otherwise, one of our rivals will, and they'll be strengthened instead of us.
Exactly. Like, Man City, the Man United's going to go in for him.
Yeah.
Even Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, because they've got to rebuild their squad soon as well.
We was close to getting him from Birmingham, weren't we?
Yeah, before Dortmund came in, yeah. Just like with Odegaard, the first time round. Crash of getting in, and then fucking Madrid came along. Then Daddy had a word in his ear and said, go to Real Madrid, son, that's the place to be. Amazing how things work out. He's now at Arsenal for good. Until that's that out.
No, but such a good England squad now. Such a good England squad.
What did he make of bloody Southgate, and they did get some of the England fans for booing Maguire on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it was.
I don't agree with booing England players. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it, but I also don't agree that Maguire should be in England team at the moment. It's been absolutely dreadful for the last year. But yeah, I think
Players that should be in the England team. Maguire, Mings, Pickford. I mean, what was it? Southgate when he first comes in, they'll be picked in their club form, but every team selection and all that malarkey. And then he sort of literally in that when he picked this team, it was like, with Rashford and Sancho out of form. But when it got put through back into that Maguire and all that, they never let me down. So they're in the team. Like, well, you're contradicting yourself then.
yeah.
Which invites more fucking idiots to come and do what they did on Tuesday. Colonel Bellingham isn't overrated. I've watched him at Dortmund this season.
He's 18 years old. He's playing for Dortmund.
He's 18.
18 years old. And he's playing for Dortmund week in, week out.
16. He left Birmingham City at the Championship, Bundesliga, Champions League club Dortmund. And under a year and a half, he's in the first team, and he's now one of the main features of that team. Haaland aside,
give him 4 years, and tell me if he's overrated, because he's got the world at his feet in my eyes.
Thunder Road is saying, be wary of mind games from Palace and Vieira. Remember, plenty of times Mourinho would claim players would be injured against Arsenal, only for them to be healthy enough to start. Yeah, that's true. And
Should we be worried about if whether Crystal Palace players are fit or not fit, though?
Based on our form, we shouldn't be.
We shouldn't be whatsoever. Like, don't get me wrong, they're good players, but we've got enough in our ranks to beat them with their full strength team. But it's about going out there and doing it against Palace, isn't it? For some reason, they've been a bit of a bogey side for us the last few years.
Lacazette scored he scored a hat trick during the midweek and in behind the closed doors game against Brentford. A or B, I don't know. But he scored a hat trick, so he's scoring now. You watch, he won't score all for us this season. Oh dear. But yeah, in terms of our form, we look at it from a form basis and how we've been playing the majority of this season. We shouldn't be worried at all. Yeah, it could be a tough place to go.
Yeah,
so has been a tricky place for us over the last few years, but this season proved more than anything. 9 times out of 10, we do beat these teams that we should be beating. The mid-table teams, lower like relegation for the teams and all that. It's the games that have really done us, Everton aside for a second and United away, are the two City games, the 2 Liverpool games, and Chelsea at the start of the season. Brentford aside for a second. It's mainly been the bigger teams, the ones that are really pretty much established anyway. And we've been honest, the last two games against Liverpool and City respectively since New Year.
Yeah.
Especially City, we should have won that City game. I don't care what anyone says. We were robbed of everything in that game. You name it, we got robbed of it.
I think that the actual true test of where we actually are and where we are against
the Chelsea
game. I think United not so much. Like we got to go and beat them. We got to go and beat them at home. But I think the Chelsea game would be a true reflection because we've lost to Man City and Liverpool, but put in good performance against them that are up there at the moment. Chelsea ain't up there at the moment. Chelsea are there. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be good to see how we kind of cope with that. Away from home as well is going to be tricky, but I think I've said, mate, a few times now, I actually think we're well suited to play away from home. Yeah.
Well, there's another thing about it all goes under the radar of Mikel since he's come in, especially this season. When we came in, what was it, back in 2019? We came in back in 2019. Tobin Heath's been taken off Clayton Ford at half time.
Was she not good at all then?
None of them were, to be honest. None of them got the ball. Forward line.
He don't like Tobin Heath, does he? He don't seem.
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Love to get Andrew's thoughts on that one.
Yeah, Andrew's about to have a kick off in the chat. You watch.
Love to get him on his thoughts on that one, mate.
No, but I was going to say, in terms of, when we first came back in 2019, going into 2020, our waveful for the last few years up to this season have been abysmal. Literally,
Yeah.
the highest it's ever been. Consistently as well, season in, season out.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's been massively improved. Most of our wins have come away from home. We went to Villa Park the other week and scraped out a 1-0 win.
Shaq is having solid centre midfielders and having a defence that wants to defend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like before, we had a defence that wanted to attack. We've always had that, haven't we? Like Wenger years, even Emre to a certain extent. I know he kind of turned it around at first, didn't he? But then it went backwards in the start of the second season. Well, back in the first season. But we got people that will positionally play in their position and stay in their position.
Yeah.
And you got to say that the work he's done on the back four and the centre midfield is the reason why we're now winning games away from home.
Well, again, for me personally, last season, the main critique I had from him last season was he kept chopping and changing that back line way too much every game. It was like it was never, apart from Tierney, it was never right back and centre backs were constantly getting changed game in, game out. There's no settlement. Whereas, as you say, now we've got a settled back line. Obviously, you've got Ramsdale's coming.
Yeah.
Settled back line in terms of it's all got a fully fit squad. Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, and Tierney. But the pivot of Granit and Partey when they're not getting sent off or suspended or away in AFCON and all that. And we've got the other guys, Smith Rowe coming off the bench or playing, Martinelli, Sakas of this world. And even Lacazette to an extent to put in performances that help us massively this second half of the season now. Whereas
The problem.
First half of the season, let's be honest, we had 10 players on the pitch. We had 11 players on the pitch, but one of them has been carried constantly. He's no longer here.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. That's a massive difference we've seen in the team as well since he got dropped from the team and then sold on it effectively.
Well, if you look at ever since, like from the Southampton game, which was 5 days after the Everton defeat at Goodison Park, we've never looked back. And Lacazette's led the line up there ever since that day, and and the players respect him. It's obvious that the players respect him as a leader, as well as a kind of a player. And yeah, he hadn't scored the goals. Don't get me wrong, and we are going to need someone else to go up there and do that for us moving forwards. But you can't knock the job he's done.
No,
and you can't knock the job that he's got. How he's got the best out of the players around him.
No, exactly. He's led by example, as a captain should, and as an experienced player should. Captain or not, really. And he said what was it last season after Boxing Day game against Chelsea. He liked playing along either in between the Saka, Martinez, and Smith Rowe, and bringing them into play and let them score the goals. That's sort of his game, sort of thing. But again, especially go back to this season. I keep saying it. For a guy that's got his contract running out, you wouldn't think that was to be the case why he's playing, but also the professionalism he has shown even now.
Yeah.
And he's leaving everything on the pitch. And again, that's all we ask for, is our players to leave, captain or not, to leave everything on the pitch. And he does that on a week-to-week basis.
The thing is as well, we know Aubameyang is a good player. We know you don't just lose your goal scoring touch, do you know what I mean? As such as that quality. Like, you're always going to have that. But there was issues. We know there was issues. It was apparent there was issues from definitely last season. But it was obvious he didn't want to play for the club this year. It was obvious that his head was elsewhere, and it's showing that now that what he's doing at Barcelona. But it's to be fair, it's one of them deals that's worked out for both parties. It's worked out for him, and it's worked out for Arsenal, because we've got the 350k off the wage bill, which is a massive thing, and that's absolutely massive because we'd obviously built ourselves up again after the Ozil situation into a bit of a sticky situation. But we've got that off the wage bill. But we can potentially get Champions League by selling him.
Yeah.
So it's all good, mate. It's all good in my eyes at the moment with the team, and there's no reason to believe we can't get top four. My concern is if we pick up an injury in centre midfield. If we pick up an injury to Partey or Xhaka, then I really worry, because six out of 10 games are away from home, and we need them two players fit for every single game, especially away from home.
Yeah. You can't have a. Oh, there's no dig at Sambi because he's a young player. He's adapting to the league.
It's a different ball game, innit?
Yeah, he's a squad player as well, so he needs to sort of take his time with adapting and building himself in. But especially in this, there's a lot of pressure to put on the kid as well. After what happened to him in January was out of order, by the way. In terms of literally, when it was injured, then he was suspended at one point, and he had Partey come back, AFCON. He got injured, and then he was off at AFCON. Ainsley was his only midfield partner, or somebody could rotate with him, and we loaned him out to Roma. He has had some work out apparently. So I think a lot got put on him.
To be honest, with you mate, this is a wild call. What I'm going to say, if we lost, say, a Xhaka now, I'd consider playing El Neni.
Yeah.
Especially in those away games, I would get with Partey, but I wouldn't. Whatever happens, don't change Partey's midfield position. But hopefully, both players stay fit, because I think that's the big reason if we get top four is because we keep the centre midfield fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Centre backs, don't want to lose one of them, do you? But I think if you was to lose one of the two centre backs at the moment, it's hard, isn't it? Which one would you rather? If I said to you, you was going to lose one of them in the next 10 games, which one would you rather lose? I guess you'd keep Gabriel. It's Gabriel you keep fit, wouldn't you?
Yeah. 100%. Because he's the vocal piece in that defence, as we saw over the international break with Ben.
Like Ramsdale's a blow, but he's not a massive blow because what we got on the bench, as you see the other day. Like, we have got a really good replacement goalkeeper.
Yeah. Mickey's saying in the chat, look to our methods in how we control the game. It's becoming a reliable means of winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't really disagree with that. That's a benefit for Arteta this season, that we haven't been in Europe, so we can actually implement things like that and instead it, because he has more. As you said in the summer, he has more time this season on the training pitch with these players. Put these things in place, which now hopefully. Well, as we know we're going to be back in Europe next season, be it Europa League or Champions League. Fifth or fourth, we've got basically. Yeah, that's it. Whatever happens, you just hope now that basically, all the good work that's been put into this team, we don't see a backward step next season because there's an extra few games. No. You kick on now, please. But I don't want us. The best case scenario, we get Champions League football next season. I don't want us to become what United have become, or Tottenham, and just be heavily reliant on the top four every season. I want us to get top four this season, and if that's the case, fantastic. We kick on. We then move forward to start competing alongside the top dogs up there.
But don't you see it, Ryan? It's totally different us to the way Man United are as such. Like, Man United get top four, they'll just go out and try and buy. Their spending is not calculated, is it? The buying of players is not calculated. Where you can see a plan at Arsenal at the moment where everything's kind of calculated.
Yeah. Well, literally, Man United. That's what I'm saying. With Man United, they sort of become that sort of old good. We'll just buy the big players and hope for the best sort of thing. Whereas we've got a system in place and it seems to be working. I just don't want us to go out, get top four now and go down and go backwards and go back on ourselves and go back into a system where we were for the last few years are just happy to be top four and
Yeah.
stop going down that route of doing what United have done. So
You need a bit.
That's what I'm
If you
saying.
look at,
The transfer winners. That's what I'm saying. The transfer winners will be very interesting if we do get top four. In terms of if they continue down this route and doing the right thing, that it's working, or if they start going backwards and doing the same old shit we saw for the last few years.
but if you look at the way Liverpool done it, yeah, right. And I look at them as where we could get to. I look at Liverpool. Let's not look at Man City because that's not a sustainable way of us getting to where we want to get to. Let's not look at Chelsea because that's not a sustainable way. But if you look at Liverpool, yeah, right. The thing that triggered them from going from being a very good team to a world-class team was the sale of Philip Coutinho.
Yeah.
Because, and we'd be lucky to get that out of a kind of a player. And they were very lucky to get that out of a player that really didn't kind of affect their game. If anything, how good a player Coutinho was, they actually benefited by selling him and making themselves a world-class team by getting the right players in. And that's how that's what we've got to do, that's the kind of way to get to where Liverpool are. So when you hear Gary Neville say, well, Arsenal ain't got a chance and Arteta might as well leave a job, well, that's bullshit. Because Jurgen Klopp's done it with Liverpool, and Liverpool haven't spent beyond their means whatsoever.
And then also Gary Neville's just going again. When someone like Gary Neville's saying that Mr. Man United that loves Man United do no wrong.
It's dreadful journalism, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
dreadful journalism.
Dreadful. Somebody got fucking an award this week for being a top pundit or whatever crap. That just goes to show how much of a job Arteta's done this season, not just Arteta, but Edu and the players, etc.
Oh, here you go. Oh!
But possibly we're seen as a threat now. We could be like, boom, and see you later sort of thing. And they don't want to be left behind. Hence why he's saying what he's saying. Also,
exactly. If Jurgen Klopp can, I'm not saying that we need to sell a player, but all I'm saying is if we sold a player and got really, really good money, yeah, right, and then bought two players out of that would totally change us. Like Alisson and Van Dijk totally changed Liverpool.
Yeah.
And you can feel the movement within the club and the fan base already. There's definitely movement with the club and the fan base. It's all about now, yeah, right? The next 2 to 3 years, what players we bring in and how we do it. And I said yesterday, whether we finish fourth or whether we finish fifth or sixth, yeah, I will be disappointed. I'll be very disappointed if Tottenham picked us top four. But I will then reflect on it after and say, do you know what? There's been a lot of progression this year and there's been movement and positive movement. Like, we weren't even sitting in April last year talking anything positively about the team.
No, by April, the season was pretty much done, wasn't it? League-wise.
Yeah, we did. The manager was on the verge of going, if being totally honest, because, well, not that he was on the verge of going, but a lot of people wanted him gone.
Yeah.
We didn't know the direction we're going, and we weren't really looking forward to the summer. Where this year, whatever happens, we're looking forward to the summer, and there's reason to believe that we will go out and get some top quality players this summer to kind of develop the team forward, because we don't need squad players no more. We need the very best to improve this side.
I'm happy Andrew's not in the actual stream itself. He's just in the chat because I'm waiting for the Harding mention.
You never know, mate. You never know. If you're,
he says, I think Sanders will be fun, because we've talked about Sanders before. He says, I think it would be fun if needed. Yeah, I'm just saying, if obviously we lost one of the two party attacker for the rest of the season, for example, there'd be a lot of pressure to put, because the situation we're in terms of going for where we are, that's a lot of pressure to put on someone to fill in that void for either one of the two, and maintain what they've got, the levels that they've got. They've been
oh, go
on.
Oh,
The people are still sus. There's a few sus calls tonight.
We're getting the ball in the box a little bit more now, though, it seems.
Well, about the second half so far. Yeah, as I'm saying, people did this in the first half. They came out for a free kick, and she come throwing out of nowhere. Completely misjudged the ball, basically.
Miedemar. Yeah, to be fair, we have got our keeper and centre back. I think with us, it's more about number 8 and number 10, number 8 and number 9, isn't it?
Yeah, is it?
Let's be honest.
What Jamie Carragher in that clip that we've seen was saying. That's all. It's literally all we need is to go and get a striker, clinical striker, world class, whatever, and then someone to come in. As you say, number 8. There's going to be an upgrade on Xhaka straight away, or potentially in 12 months' time.
Let's just go and spend 170 million and get Harden and Bellingham in. That would sort things out, won't it?
Fucking you imagine?
That would sort things out, mate. Go and raid Dortmund for Bellingham and Harden, mate, and Bob's your uncle.
Mate, imagine that though. The hate we're getting at the moment, we go and do that. Break the bank for them 2 players. 170 million.
Mate, and the age of them 2 players as well. What are they, like 22 and 18?
Yeah, well, he's 8. Jude's obviously saying he's 18, but 19, something like that. And yeah, Harden's like 20, 21, something like that, maybe 22. We've got years ahead as well. That's the scary thing.
See, old Mikey's just said about strikers. Like,
yeah.
I think we need a proper good number 9 to get the best out of Martinelli. A proper number 9, I think, will get the best out of Martinelli.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, next year Martinelli's going to explode. As long as he stays fit, that's the only thing that will stop him from not exploding next year. Is he just needs that right striker up there.
Well, what's it again the other week in Liverpool in the home game? He had Trent on toes, literally not pretty much that entire game. Run past Luis.
We have to go out and buy them players, mate. Or people like Martinelli won't stay. And that's factual, mate. Do you know what I mean? So we've got to go and match the ambition to get these players in to get the best out of him and keep him.
But you're saying obviously you'll kick on. I think the fact that he's doing what he's doing, that obviously the striker that we need. As you say, we get that striker that we need alongside him, the slot alongside him. Fucking imagine the amount of assists he's going to get next season.
Mate, honestly, that's what Martinelli needs is a proper target man, number 9. Like, obviously Harden would be your dream signing, wouldn't he? But if you look out there it's who do we go out there and get? I'm still not 100% on Isaac yet.
No, I don't
whatsoever. Could I? I'm not sure if I see Calvert-Lewin. If I'm being totally honest, still.
No, he had that great season last year, and then this year he's been injured most of it, and when he has played, it's similar to what we saw of him before Ancelotti turned up. Has no effect on the game. Nothing about him really. And they're gonna. If Everton's stay up or go down, they're going to demand a lot of money because of the English tax products. It's a World Cup year as well.
You got to guarantee, mate, that he's going to be fit if you're going to spend the money on him, and I think that's where the problem's going to lie with him. Yeah. Rashford, do you know that there's that little spin side me, right, that says to me, if he was coming in as not the main striker replacement, as a number 2 kind of striker, then I can understand it a little bit. But if we're talking about a main striker, then no, absolute no way. I've never been sold on Rashford personally. Anyway, I've never been sold on him.
He's got 27, 26, 27. Rashford, maybe a bit older.
Dean Smith's back.
Oh yay!
Need to get Andrew on.
Andrew, quick!
Dean Smith at the wheel.
Andrew's also talking. Andrew says, "I'm loving
Gakpo.
Gakpo, yeah. Seriously, he looks like a very young, raw Thierry Henry. That's a lot of praise. That's a lot of pressure."
Rashford's 24.
Jesus Christ, he's been there for ages. That's why I thought he'd get older.
He's got to leave Man United, surely. He's surely got to leave Man United, though. Do you know where I see him going? Newcastle.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. He stays up north.
Newcastle.
Doesn't have to relocate either.
No. I think that would be the ideal kind of move for him. I think, yeah. I don't see him. I could be totally wrong, but unless we was getting him as a second kind of striker, then I don't see it.
As you said, number 2, you can get your head round it as a number 2 striker, whatever, backup.
Yeah.
Not as a number 1.
But yeah, we need a number. We need a prop with the way our system goes and the way like Lacazette's kind of done what he's done this year since he's come in a team. You know this team is all based on a proper number 9, someone who can hold the ball up, fight, target, but score goals as well. Not an easy player to go and find.
Yeah. But that's part of Edu's job. That's part of his job for recruitment. So, Edu, if you're listening to this, or Luigi, tell your dad no jet skiing this year.
And keep them barbecues going.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's had as many barbecues and cigars as he wants, as long as he's doing his job.
Oh, I'll tell you what, we're getting in that box now, though, aren't we?
Does that have a corner to us as well? I think it is. This is a vast improvement from the first half, trust me.
Is VAR in this game?
I believe there is, yeah. There is, because obviously Wolfsburg did put the ball in the net, but the ref called for offside. The flag went up for offside, and they checked it. So, yeah, he's in this game. Took forever to check. It was blatant offside, but still. Go on. You on there to tap it in.
We're causing havoc in their box.
Where was this in the first half? I think it was 0-0, the bastards. Why causes this stress? No, it's Arsenal, but still. Ooh. They're checking for handball, boss? No, no. Don't look like it. Let's play on. Go on. Someone overlaps. Where is it? Where are you?
Wow.
Oh, unlucky.
I think you're slightly ahead of me.
67-16, 17.
Yeah, you're literally about a second quicker. I'm 67-22 now.
Oh, yeah, literally up a couple seconds, isn't it?
Just going on to Mikey's question there. What's going on in their heads? There's a lot of haters, isn't there? There's a lot of people that really just don't want to see Arteta succeed. And they'd rather we don't. No matter what cracks me up when I hear now that they don't want us to get in the Champions League now because we won't be good enough. Like, you can't make. You honestly can't make it up, can you? Like, what actually goes on in their heads?
Literally, it's all well and good. If you have a high standard and you think Arteta's not the man for the job, fair enough. But when people put it out there and go, certain people, and I think Marky might know who we're alluding to here, Mr. High Standards FC over in Spain, doesn't live over here anymore, goes, the only way Arteta can change my mind if he gets us back in the Champions League, we start kicking on. The second the moment we're on the verge of actually possibly qualifying, it's in our hands respectively, the last 10 games now, suddenly it's, well, if we get in the Champions League, we'll get battered. I don't want to be in the Champions League. It's like, how do you want progress? Even what was it on the football terms? And the Man United fan, Terry, was asking him, how can you expect progress and want to win the big thing like the Champions League, but you have to qualify for it, Lee?
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of worry that they're going to get, like, more people nowadays. Let's be totally honest here, are worried about their own image and worried about having a bit of egg on their face as such. Yeah. So to kind of reflect away from that, they will now reflect on why we shouldn't get into the Champions League and why we're not good enough. Where it's total bullshit. Like, let's be honest. Like, even if we got to the Champions League, we finished third, we'll end up in the UEFA at the worst possible case, wouldn't we?
I think so, League, yeah.
And and that's that really. But to say that you'd rather play in the Europa League than the Champions League from the get-go is showing that you actually haven't got no ambition, because you want to go into the next summer with not having the ambition to go and get the very best players.
No, exactly. It's just, as I say, you couldn't make it. You can't make it. I mean, people say, oh, Kate McCabe's going off, and Nikita Paris, Jordan Nobbs is going on for. It shows it. It'd be fucking fantastic. Well, Nikita Paris is coming to say today, everyone. 15 minutes to go.
Oh, she needs to do something. She hasn't really done much, has she?
And Manev's come off. For Jordan Nobbs. But yeah, the last 20 minutes we were relying on Nikita Paris to save our lives.
But yeah, it's quite sad when you've got to try and save your image, innit? Just admit you're wrong.
But it's also it's like save your image, and also the narrative of the 50-50 it's like a 50-50 possibility that you could be right. So you'd rather say what this person's saying, or we get in the Champions League, we're going to get battered, and if it does happen, see, I was right. But what's he going to do? Look, what's the league going to do if we do qualify for Champions League this season and we actually we're in pot 2, by the way. I don't know why people think we're in pot 3. We're in pot 2 because apart from this season, we have been in Europe and doing well in European competitions. We got to semi-finals and all that recently. But what's he going to do if we do qualify and we qualify, get a decent draw, get to the first knockout round, get to a quarterfinals, and not one game throughout the entire time in the group stages, the first knockout round of the quarterfinals, not one of them do we get battered. We lose that. We might lose a game by a goal or something, by poor luck or whatever. What's the narrative then?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's even interesting when you go around the ground now, and the atmosphere is totally different. A lot of influencers ain't there that used to be there.
No, sorry, I've seen Andrew's comment here. Yay, Harris is on.
Oh, Jesus. That's that. Fuck's
sake, here we go.
Right, see you later, mate. I'm off. Fuck's sake. Own goal as well.
Seriously.
Do you know what, right? We just got a foothold in this game. We looked like we was causing havoc in their kind of at their defence. They were shaky at best. And I thought we was getting back into this a little bit, and then we concede this. Look, they've not even got. It's not even one person in the box really that's going to do anything. That's literally a nothing ball. That's poor.
Communication was needed between Williamson and Zinsberger there.
Yeah, it's poor from Williamson, mate.
Well, that's our Champions League one done for this year. Quarterfinals at least. Scoreboard now.
Just got to concentrate on the main prize now, haven't we?
Yeah, go ahead start with WSL now.
I can't believe on Sunday though, mate. I thought, do you know what? Right, there was no football on, so I thought, do you know what? I'll watch both games. Yeah, I watched both games. The Man United Everton, that one. Couldn't believe it, mate. 4-0 down in 10 minutes. I was like, have you ever seen a team 4-0 down in 10 minutes?
Nope. At any level, no.
Not at any level have I seen a team 4-0 down in 10 minutes.
I was thinking, please, just try and get a point at something. At least try. They just went, no, there you go, have to goals. There's a goal there.
Actually, to be fair, Andrew's got a point there. It would have only been embarrassing in Barcelona, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Barca will win this again.
91,000 last night turned up for that.
Yeah, Nou Camp, the biggest crowd.
Absolutely incredible that was.
Oh, hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
Oh, the keeper.
Oh, it's at the post.
Hit the crossbar, hit the keeper. Won't go in.
We've literally had no luck this second half. Like, you look at their goalkeeper as well. Other days, mate, she wouldn't have been so lucky.
Oh dear, who was that at the post though? Is that Williamson or no? It's Vivian. Vivian. I think it was no. Vivian first, and then Williamson with the header. And
That's a
saved
great
on-
save, by the way.
Yeah, good save from goalkeeper actually.
Do you think we lose Miedemar?
So I think Mikey asked me earlier before he pops in, and I was saying if we win the WSL, I think we didn't get embarrassed tonight, like 3-4-0, and possibly win the FA Cup. I think we might be able to, that might be enough to convince her. If we don't win it, if we obviously put this game to the side for a second, if we now, after dominating the WSL all season, throw it away the last hurdle, and you could look at the running, we've got compared to Chelsea, the easier running out of the two. They've still got to play Tottenham twice, United on the last day of the season. If we down bottle this, I think that would be the final nail in the coffin. The second should be like, oh, mate, I'm going to go to the club's already there. That meets my ambition, basically.
I agree with Andrew a little bit in terms of the manager-wise. Like, I even wonder if he's getting the best out of even Miedemar at the moment. Maybe he might be a little bit critical, but I think there's so much more that we could be getting out of her.
So you can challenge the
it's not about. It's not about her. I think it's just about everything, the team around her and everything at the moment. There doesn't seem to be that click at the moment, does there?
No, I did feel at the time, because obviously he was hiding in the summer, weren't he? When it was going through the hiring process, it was very hush, keep quiet in that side of things. It was that sort of out of nowhere that he got announced. It just seemed a bit rushed in the end because obviously Joe announced near the end of the last season that he was leaving, but it's calling time in some at Arsenal. I don't think they were prepared for it, and they've just gone. They've then saw the season out and then started going, well, who's available basically. And then again, as I say, it was all cloak and daggers, very hush who they're looking at. The next thing you know, they've hired Jonas.
The thing is, I look at the players, like you say, like the players that are not even starting, like Nikita Paris. You look at Tobin Heath. And there's a couple of others, isn't there?
Yeah, and then one obviously before Jonas was announced, so I was the former Man United manager from last season. She left. Again, she was a former Gooner in the playing time. I think Andrew knew one about. I was thinking about her coming up, bring her in. No mention whatsoever. I think she's gone to the States now. I think. But yeah, I think she would have been a better fit for this the way we want to play in this team as a whole.
Definitely a little bit more work to be done in there.
Yeah.
We needed to get a win to come out here with, didn't we? But I thought at 1-0, mate. I thought we were still very much in this game. Like this last 15 minutes, well, it's quite disappointing with that second goal because it looked like we was causing them a bit of hassle, mate, at the back, and their goalkeeper don't seem confident to me. But she just made that save, which was good.
Yeah, Victoria's been brought on for minutes as well. One of our new signings. But it's like, as I say, the last few games of the WSL, if we now don't win a WSL itself, and Chelsea come back and win it the way they've come back, right? I mean, that's a lot of pressure to be put in by our fan base going into the summer then to sort of bounce back. And I don't think they'll have that bounce back.
It's just a shame, innit, that we've if we fall short in the league because we were just leading it for so long.
Yeah, I think in terms of then apart from the North London derby's got to be rearranged now because of the fucking COVID bullshit down there. And the other games we've got to play, is it Leicester, Leicester, Everton, Villa, West Ham, we'll win them games. We'll probably beat Tottenham, but we're now relying on Chelsea dropping at least a point against either Tottenham in one of their 2 games or United in the last game of the season. You've got a phone to the equation now as well. We've got an FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea to look forward to as well in a couple of weeks' time. It's nice to be fun. In one sense, going out, as long as you don't concede a third and a fourth now, that's good. It sort of does us a favour. We can just concentrate domestically now.
Well, semi-final's not going to be easy either, is it, Chelsea?
No. The only thing goes in our favour is we'll be at home. Here's that Bournemouth. There's not going to be at the Emirates either. There's that Bournemouth. There's on that narrow pitch.
Yeah. The other good thing as well, that in terms of that, like, there's got to be something like inside the players that they want to get payback for the other, like the FA Cup final this year. Do you know what I mean? Bit of redemption there. Like you'd assume that Man City are going to easily find their way to the final now with West Ham. Not surprised even that West Ham team's even got to a semi-final. Thought they're pretty poor when I see them.
Especially to see who runs the show. The West Ham women's team.
They were that we literally rinsed them to pieces. Should have been about 8 or 9-0 that day, if not more. Well,
Colonel's asking me going to the game on Monday. No, we'll be here instead, stitching our pants for 90 minutes basically, hoping we get out of this alive. Vidri's in the chat as well. Vidri's going to the Leicester game on Sunday, so big up to that. Vidri, you going to the Leicester game on Sunday?
I hope it's 9-0.
I'm hoping for 20, but if Chelsea can win 9, we can win 20.
It made me laugh before the game, mate. Their manager was like, "Yeah, we need to be brave." I've told the players to go out there and be brave. That was something they certainly weren't.
Just literally from the front, minute and a half in the game. There you go. Here's a goal. Oh, and another goal. Oh, and another goal. Oh, and another goal.
I know I've said it before. Paris is surely she goes in the summer.
I think she's got to.
Oh, hey, look, we're just unlucky. We've had a lot of ball in their box.
Nikita's got to go.
She's dreadful, isn't she, for us?
Imagine coming back to the WSL, 49 league goals, we're 1 goal away from 50, and we're in April, and you're still one goal away, 1 league goal away from 50.
Yeah,
A club like Arsenal as well.
I know. It's strange, isn't it? There's stuff going on in the background.
What's that?
With Paris, like a lot of stuff going on. Is there stuff going on in the background with her? Possibly. You don't know, do you? You don't know what sometimes going through people's heads or what's going on in their daily lives. Oh, she claimed that one, didn't she? Yeah, I think the manager could. It's interesting, isn't it, how you perceive someone, and you always know the best out of a manager when you're not doing so well.
Yeah, go on, behave yourself. We've got Mickey saying, you can tell I don't want the women's team, but what's your appraisal of the manager if you don't listen to us for the last half hour? It's not good. And there's it's not off well. Don't get it twisted. It did start off well. with Jonas at the start of the season. And as Liam says, the West Ham game, convincing win, got out of there, top of the WSL. And then from there on in, for the rest of the season, we've just either we went for a sticky patch throughout Christmas, New Year, going into New Year, sorry. And then once we got our players back and a few new signings in, we've just had enough to get past certain teams and push certain teams to the side.
If you look at the Manchester United games, they were disappointing, weren't they?
Yeah, the United quarterfinal and the United league game at home.
Disappointing, and that's when I started to worry a little bit because it's like we should be like if we're seriously wanting to be winning trophies and winning the league, we need to be beating them at home, and we didn't. The Man City one was a good result away at the end of the day, weren't it? Considering the situation we was in, but I think the United one's going to be the one. But it will be if us and Chelsea win every game now, that Man United result is going to bite us.
Yeah, because we'll lose that by a point. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the game that would have. That's the game for me. If we don't win the league, that's where we should have. We could have won it. Like Chelsea away, you can't expect to be going to Chelsea away and beating them. Getting the draw was a pretty good result, but the Man United one is the one that's going to damage us. Got to rely on Spurs.
We've got to rely on Spurs twice and Man United in the last game of the season. That's what we've got to rely on.
I think the Man United.
We've got to rely on Spurs initially for the first two games out of the three we're mentioning here.
Don't see it.
And if that third league spot is still open for taking in the final game of the season, you've got to hope the Man United turn up for that game and do what they need to do to get and take points off of them. In the meantime, we've got to win all our games. That's what we're hoping for now. As I say,
they got some good players, United, didn't they? Like they've got a few decent players, but yeah, I think we're relying on that. But we've got to go and win every game as well. Now we can't afford to drop 1 point.
Yeah, as I say, the only game that is a real test for us is that North London derby now. Be it at the end, or Bournemouth, wherever that gets reassigned. Maybe that's the.
Well, they're gonna try and hold it out to the end of the season as well to try and make it a cliffhanger.
More likely, wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Disgraceful.
How's
that game still not been officially announced?
That'll be announced if results go the way the Premier League wants it this weekend. It'll be announced next Tuesday. I guarantee it.
Go on! Oh, again, it just hasn't fallen.
How many chances do we want? Again, straight down the goalkeeper's throat.
I actually think we played pretty well second half.
Second half been a vast improvement. We didn't deserve to concede that second goal. I think that doesn't go in. This is a lot more not end to end, but more intense for us. So we really do put pressure on them. And I think they do what they do last week and crumble. Yeah, as I say, the Northland, the men's one, going back to that. I was saying
Go on.
earlier,
Go on. Penalty. It's got to be. Oh, my God. Surely. Surely. There's no reason for her to go down.
Well, they're checking, I think.
Well, mate, I tell you what, right? That's a penalty. She didn't give it first off, mate. That is dreadful. She's right on top of it.
Doesn't get the ball at all. Does not get the ball.
Does she get it?
No, she does.
Just on that
the kid does not touch the ball at all.
Yeah, that's a penalty, mate. Surely.
She clearly thinks, can normally tell by the reaction.
What's another commentary on to find out what they're saying?
Goalkeeper says no.
If they're not checking it, I'm going to be pissed off.
Let's see. It's a great ball through.
Doesn't mean that could be getting
really,
scored.
really well.
Obviously, not enough time to get another goal.
It's got to be a penalty, mate. It's got to be a penalty. There's no reason for her to go down.
They are checking. Potential penalty check. VAR.
Well, the check is ongoing. Schulter's still shaking her head.
Why
She
the
doesn't think there was anything in it.
What the?
Neither does VAR, and neither does the referee.
Not given.
Well, why haven't they booked her then? Why haven't they booked her?
Booked her for diving, yeah. No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. Why have they not booked for the diving? Then?
Keeper come out reckless. Like, oh, mate, do you know what? Yeah.
No, we need a ball. It's a pen. What are they seeing that we haven't? It doesn't mean nothing in the grand scheme thing. But
Well, she got if it hasn't touched her, she needs to be booked then, don't she? For diving.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy's not having it. He said it's not. How is that not? I guess he goes, how's it not? Then he goes, she died. Then he goes, God didn't touch her.
Well, surely, Andrew, mate, it's a booking at least. Oh,
fucking hell. Flags up for offside.
Well, there you go, mate. Just another. I think that's just summed up our second half, really, innit? In terms of like in their box, just nothing's really fallen for us.
Same against Sunday. Here's Leicester.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if we make a meal out of Leicester City away after what?
Mate. The thing is, though, I don't think it'll be an easy game because they're gonna want to try and prove a point now, aren't they?
So it's fucking watch.
Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm clutching at straws with the Villa game with Tottenham. That Villa want to play much better at home when they play Tottenham. Tell you what we do want, though, mate. We want old Ericsson fit for the Brentford Tottenham game.
Yeah, imagine that.
Imagine that. I still can't believe they ever got rid of him, mate, to be fair.
He had bigger ambitions. He wanted to win things. They're clearly set in their ways of.
Yeah, if we don't beat Leicester, then we got some issues, haven't we?
If we don't beat Leicester, if we drop points this weekend,
it's game over.
No matter what happens at the Reading, Chelsea v Reading, it is just to say it's game over for WSL. The questions have got to be asked, to be honest, then. No.
I think he's got to ask why they've come out like cold in both games.
Yeah.
Come really cold in both games, but second half in both games has been massive improvements. Quite a few fans there, though, isn't there?
Yeah. At WOLFSBURG's men's main arena, for anyone that's not watching the game itself, at WOLFSBURG's main arena.
Look at it.
It's the lowest attendance to this round, by the way.
Here's a question for
you. The lowest attendance.
I was going to say, here's a question for you. Do you think like women's football is more watched and more appreciated in terms of fans turning up to games abroad still than us in England?
Yeah, I think the last 2 weeks have shown that. Obviously tonight, last night it was Bayern Munich, the Classico game. Bayern Munich last night against PSG. That was pretty full as well. So yeah, I think. As I say,
there was quite a lot of Manchester United the other day, though, weren't there? When they like 20,000 or something.
Old Trafford was it Everton they played at the weekend?
Yeah, it was good attendance. I was quite impressed.
I think I said it in another stream about how we how I don't work for Arsenal, but how Arsenal advertised it, like how they promoted this whole Champions League for the first leg. They didn't really. They sent emails out to people, but that's about it. Really, they didn't really promote it.
Yeah.
Again, you're at the games as well. Home games.
There's nothing. Nah, it's nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Saying that though, they have been doing at half time. They have been talking about Arsenal women quite a bit, and having one of the players there. So they have been kind of doing stuff, but. Do you know what I think they should do? Like, obviously doing a lot of rebranding outside the stadium, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why don't they get a massive, like one of those massive screens, mate, and then have they could promote it, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Like on the angle, especially when you come over the bridge, Like that would hit you straight on, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, would it?
Maybe I should change my job.
Not just there, not just have it there, but also from a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Have it on the other side, Holloway Road side as well. That's
Yeah.
where
Oh yeah, mate. In at least 2-3 different places. If you
Yeah.
had that 2-3 different places, like we were saying last week, weren't we? I think you said about like literally the halfway line having that electronic halfway up.
Yeah. Electronic boards and all that stuff. Yeah.
But if you did something like that, yeah, right, as you're going into stadium, and then you've got Arsenal, say, women versus Wolfsburg win, that's hitting you. And like kids might go to say, I want to go to that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And obviously, not just that, but also to advertise the pricing, like concessions, special offers, whatever. Kids go free, whatever. Or anyone in the local area, just the local area, within Arsenal, the end of the stadium, what 2-3 or whatever radius, I want to sort of figure it out. Right, all the residents, all the local residents get a free ticket. They turn up on the night.
I did say that in terms of obviously, I was totally gone. Maybe I was going to say then. It's totally gone, mate.
Yeah, pop back in.
Yeah, it's totally gone. Just I was about to say it.
Oh dear.
But yeah, they do need to do. They do. Oh, that's what I was going to say. With the Barcelona one, I'd like to know how they promoted that and what they done with that to get 91,000 fans in. Like, did they let everyone come in like pretty much for nothing? And how did they promote that?
Yeah,
schools, loads of schools involved. What did they do?
Well, again, that could be a possibility that they've done that. Why aren't we doing that? Clearly, we ain't doing that because, as you say, 10k attendance. So,
mate, you could do so much more, couldn't you? Someone needs to look at what Barcelona actually did to get 91,000 fans into a stadium for that match. Yeah. Absolutely incredible effort. Well, we had 8 more shots in the second half.
Woohoo! Improvement. We lost, but improvement.
I won't be dropping those G.I. Jane jokes, Colonel.
Yeah, Will Smith won't be watching us. I might get a smack, so behave yourself.
How Chris Rock took that as well as he did, I would never ever know.
There's clips afterwards whilst they give out the award. He's standing there like, did that actually just happen?
It was just how he didn't lose his smile, though. I was just like, how have you done that? How the hell have you just been belted across the base, and then just the show must go on?
Yeah. What's done? Obviously, that's what did my thing at the time was why Will Smith and his wife were allowed to stay put. Then he's gone up on stage, assaulted someone, sat back down, gave more abuse, and then no one's just. He's just like, the rest of them.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
His award, and it's just like. And now we're hearing today, he was asked to leave. No, he's assaulted someone. Kick him out.
Fucking unbelievable, isn't it? You can't make it up.
That just shows how rigged that fucking thing was, that they knew he was getting that award anyway. So when I said the apple cart. And then the acceptance speech was fucking pathetic. It just done my head in. It's just like...
It's ridiculous.
Sort of excusing why he did what he did. And then when he got a bit of backlash from more people around the world, I'll go on Instagram and say I'm sorry for my behaviour.
He was blatantly laughing, and he blatantly looked round at Irvine and thought, "Shit."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He even laughed at the joke. And he thought, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I've got to do that. I've got to do something about it now.
Yeah, best get up there before he cheats me. You're going to have another kid.
Ridiculous. I'm going to have to shoot him, mate. I'll go and get my dinner.
Yeah, if only Jed had showed that much love and loyalty to him all these years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up, guys. Thanks, Liam, for coming along. Are you out for Sunday?
What time is it?
We'll have a look now. Bear with me 2 seconds. I think it's the early kickoff, on a Sunday. Have a look. Just getting the games up now on the TV. That's me. Thank you. It's 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah, I should be around, mate. I should be around Sunday 12:30 for that. Yeah.
Cool.
Should be around, definitely.
Yeah, obviously we'll check for Saturday or something just confirm that. And obviously you are definitely here for Monday night anyway.
Yeah, 100% there for Monday.
I believe
I'm
Andrew-
sure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be around for Sunday as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up now, guys. Disappointing. It is what it is. We're out now. Got to quarterfinals at least. First attempt back. We've got the furthest out the English teams, but it just weren't enough on the night. We're clearly lacking something, but we'll come back to that another day. I'll be back tomorrow night for a podcast with myself, Steve and Andrew, 7:30 p.m. UK time. Come and check it out if you can. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe, smash the like button and all that jazz. If you want to become a member, it's $2.99 a month. If you want to, it's an optional thing. All the perks are there and all that jazz. And yeah, as I say, we'll see you tomorrow now for the preview to Palace, and then obviously match the day on Saturday night, match the day stream Saturday night, and then nice and early kickoff for the Arsenal win versus Leicester away, and then possibly match the day 2, depending on how the results go on the men's game side of things or that. And then we're back nice and refreshed for Monday night, the main event of the weekend. Arsenal away to Palace. Arteta versus Vieira. What could go wrong? We need to go there. We need to go and get the win. Please, Arteta. Please don't let us down. Players, do what you have to do. Just get that result. Who's the ref? I need to find out who the ref for that game is actually.
Paul Tierney.
Okay, this is not a shootout.
Paul Tierney, I've heard.
Every game now, every game we have now, I'm making sure if Stuart Atwell's there, I'm thinking, no, I can't be bothered. I can't do with it. I guarantee, actually, you know what? Let's worry about finish up. I'm convinced the North London derby, Stuart Atwell will be the referee for the North London derby. I guarantee it. If it's a do or die match, like toss up the fourth or fifth, I guarantee he'll be the fucking ref. I guarantee it.
Not Mike Dean. Last big game.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Mr. Tottenham himself. Oh, it's a toss-up. Stuart Atwell VAR. He can be the... fucking... Oh, God. Why have we done that to me? Now I'm stressing. Oh, dear. But, yeah, guys, thanks again. We'll see you soon. Thanks to everyone in the chat, and obviously a few new faces in there as well, Mickey and all that. Like I said, do subscribe. It'd be massively appreciated. And then we're back tomorrow, 7:30 for the Palace preview. And hopefully a bounce back from the girls on Sunday. But until then, guys, as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you guys.